get some good rest, Gargamar. Thank you so much for stopping by, or if you just want to relax and lurk while I play. Let me go ahead and turn down the game just a little here. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming on by. We are starting up Power to the People, a game provided to me by Crytivo, a California-based developer, I believe, or publisher. I always get those two mixed up. But yeah, this should be an interesting little game. I haven't played a simulation game in a while, so I'm definitely curious of how this will work out. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. Where's my camera? There I am. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Happy Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday today. Yeah, here we are. We're gonna try out Power to the People. It's about running a power plant. So I'm definitely curious of how this will work out. I haven't played anything by Crytivo before, but it looks pretty interesting. So figured I'd give it a try. Alright. Let's go ahead and look at the game here. I haven't even looked at any of the settings. I do like that I'm always a big fan of like these kind of idle start screens where the light changes and everything, so that's always a nice little touch. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's take a look at the settings. Let's see, graphics, UI scale. We'll see, I might have to change it later. All these other things, probably fine. Gameplay, language, we'll do English. Guess it's about the same. Units, we'll go ahead and do Imperial, so that I'm not too thrown off. But it is nice that you get the option. And let's go ahead and do it by 12 hour, because let's make it fully American. That's nice. You can turn on autosaving, pop up on special events, Mayor provides warnings. Nice. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do keyboard and mouse for the easiest. Let's see, usual WASD. Okay, we'll see how well that works out for us. Switching to a different language, no, we'll go ahead and keep it on auto, but I just want to make sure our other things have changed. Yes, Imperial 12 hour, okay. Great. Alright, let's try a tutorial. Let's see, so there's a basic tutorial. Learn the basics about Power to the People and how to set up a simple power grid. I'm gonna actually make the UI a little bigger actually for myself. Let's see, graphics, UI scale, larger. Let's try that. Oh, that's a little nicer. Learn the basics about Power to the People and how to set up a simple power grid to supply energy to a small city. Learn the ways in which things can and will go wrong and how to fix them, as well as how to use energy storage solutions to build a more reliable and efficient power grid. An expert, learn how power is distributed via substations and power lines and strategies to cope with large cities. So we'll go ahead and start with the basic. Alright, so climate information. Candles and Heige. Residential customers only get unhappy after 1 hour without power, as they'll take it as an opportunity to light some candles and cozy up. Home cooked, no power usage spikes for restaurants at dinner time. And tutorial, a very limited selection of power buildings at your disposal. No power usage spikes for restaurants. Oh, okay. So they kind of flatline things for me while I'm doing the tutorial. So, okay. Sounds good. Welcome to Power to the People, and congratulations for your promotion to Power Architect. I feel so amped. I see the electric jokes already. I feel so amped to guide you through your very first steps in the game. My name is Bob, and I'm here to guide you. Your objective is to deliver electricity to an ever-growing population. Try to keep customer satisfaction high. I was a power architect before you. If the customer satisfaction shown in the upper right corner of the screen drops below 50%, then it's game over. Believe me, I should know. On the top part of the screen, you have a lot of useful information like the date and weather report on the left, and your funds on the right. Let's see. Yeah, I see the funds in the upper right, and then the satisfaction is the star. Let's see, and the date and weather report. Okay, 25-mile-per-hour winds, March of year 1. Now you have access to infinite money, but that won't be the case in the real world. On the bottom, you'll find the action bar, which allows you to place new buildings and power lines, and the minimap. You can use the minimap to navigate around the world and see where the different cities are located. Nice. Finally, on the left side of the screen, you'll find all the statistics about how your power grid is performing. Total demand, power supplied, transmission efficiency, unpowered blocks, power plants, demand trend. Okay. Let's start with the basics. You can move the camera around using WASD and zoom in and out using the mouse scroll wheel or C and X. The Q and E keys also do something, I think. They kind of rotate. Now that's out of the way, let me explain a thing or two about how these things work, so you can deliver power to these ungrateful customers. So this, okay. And if I want to rotate, I can, but it's not with my right mouse button, it seems. Okay, that's good to know. Ooh, that rotates kind of fast. Alright. The first thing you need to understand is that you need to deliver low voltage electricity to city buildings, but your power plants will produce high voltage. High voltage can be transmitted long distances with little loss, while low voltage is only used for local distribution to your customers. Let's get started. Start by clicking on the new power plant button on the action bar, and then selecting the gas-fired power plant. Let's see. Interesting. They have like a little meter, like there's your power plant. It goes probably to like the little tower things, then it goes to the electrical company, and then to the low voltage lines, it looks like. Looks like it could also go to a generator that connects to the big towers that also goes to a power plant. Okay. We want a gas-fired power plant. Inexpensive to build, provides a decent amount of power with medium pollution level. 100 megawatts, I assume? 1 hour, $7 per, $1,400 a day, 20 dials. Alright. Building cannot be placed within the city limit, which are marked by the dashed white lines. Okay, it's that line right there. Okay. Something about building codes, yada yada yada. However, you'll learn later that you can bypass a restriction by using the research tree. So I guess they want me to put it here. Furthermore, they also have a not in my backyard radius, shown by the red circle, which represents the area around the plant that will result in decreased, hey Cassie, customer satisfaction. No one wants to live next door to a power plant after all. I know, that hurts my feelings too. Oh, they just keep going with these energy jokes. Now click on the highlighted spot to place the power plant. This one is powerful enough to provide energy to a medium-sized city. The next step is to place a substation. They convert the high voltage electricity from power plants to low voltage, which is suitable for customers. In that process, however, some energy is wasted. That guy looks like the guy off Curious George. I could totally see it. That is funny. Let's see, I just want to make sure I don't have anything. I can probably pause this footage here. Thank you all for the tweets and retweets. Much appreciated, and likes and whatnot. See what you watch? No, I grew up with Curious George. It's all good. Alright, let's see. So let's see. We want to put a substation. So it looks like this is an energy storage solution. A substation is not that guy. Let's see. Because these are the towers. These are the high voltage ones. Oh, here it is. Okay. Alright. Select a new substation button on the action bar and select the basic substation. Cool. 10,000. Alright. Great. Now place it on the highlighted spot, which is close to our customers. Substations also affect customer satisfaction negatively if they are too close to buildings, but their impact is usually a lot smaller than that of power plants. Okay. You guys don't like that. But, there we go. Also, just like, let's see, it says basic substation on. Okay. Also, just like power plant, substations cannot be placed within a city's limit. These rules are so annoying. They only make our work harder. There's only one thing missing now. Cables to connect our brand new buildings and our customers together. First, select the high voltage power line button. Then click on one end of the highlighted line and drag towards the other end to build the power line. Alright. Good. Now the power plant is connected to the substation. The final piece of the puzzle is to connect the ladder to our customers. Select the low voltage power line buttons. And then do the same you did before, placing cables on all the highlighted tiles. You will need to do this do this one in 2 stages though. Okay. I wonder why I need to do it in... Oh, because I need to do one line and then another line like that. Okay. All of our components are now in place and ready to work together. The gas power plant will produce electricity, transmit it to the substation, which will turn it into low voltage and distribute it to customers. You got the bedroom clean today? Feeling better, airing out the house as well? Nice. I'm glad you're feeling better. Time to relax. Let me fast forward until the end of the day. Aren't those city lights pretty? But you know what's even prettier? The end of the day report. It shows you how much energy you have sold and the profit you have made for your overlords. The overlords. So I made 3K. Nice. When the day ends, you'll be able to freeze time to expand and repair your power grid. But once you start time again, there's no stopping it until the end of the next day. Interesting. As time goes by, the city will grow and new cities are going to be built. You'll need to upgrade your infrastructure in order to meet the demand. You will be okay with only one low voltage power line for now, but as the city keeps growing, it might get overloaded and you'll need to build additional lines, or so they say. Low voltage lines can carry up to 30 megawatts. If their rating is exceeded for a long time, they will fail, often in firework-like ways. High voltage power lines can handle more load, up to 100 megawatts. The same goes for substations. A basic substation can deliver up to 50 megawatts of power continuously, and up to 60 MW during a peak. Keeping it at peak power during several hours, though, might cause an explosion. Trust me, I've experienced that firsthand. Okay, it kind of tells me like how much it's been used, how much it's been pulling. Here it tells me that. I see. Interesting. So yeah, I could see it pulling the 7.52, and then when I move over here, it wasted some of the voltage. But that's what happens. Okay. Which will leave the city in the dark, causing customer satisfaction to drop quickly. That will make the bosses very unhappy. You'll hear words like incompetent and unskilled being thrown at you. There's more you should know about, like maintenance, energy storage, research, how weather affects your power grid, but it's not my problem anymore. One last thing, if you right-click on the power plants and substations, you'll get access to a settings window, where you can check their status and determine how they should behave. Okay, status on But you'll learn all of that in the next tutorial, or on your own if that's your cup of tea. Best of luck. Don't end up fired like good old Bob here. That's pretty sad. Alright, so it's saying the current output is 6.96. The maximum output regularly is 50. At peak, it's at 60. Fixed cost per day. Efficiency, turn on automatically at a certain time, turn off automatically at a certain time. Interesting. I could see how that'd be useful for like peak times to kind of help. Overload policy. A substation can usually handle exceeding its design capacity for up to a few hours, but longer periods might cause it to fail catastrophically. So you might want them to shut down automatically for some time when that happens. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Congratulations on completing the tutorial. Would you like to go to tutorials menu so you can proceed to the next one? Sure. Let's do that. That was a pretty easy, basic tutorial. Let's see. Let me move around some of my things here. There we go. It's a little better. Okay. Just trying to crane my neck a little less. Alright. Let's go ahead to the advanced tutorial. Hey, PCQ, I can feel the electricity in the stream. Hey, how you doing? Hopefully you're feeling better. Cassie, too. Hopefully both of you are feeling better. I know you two were both sick recently, but I figure PCQ must be doing a little better. He's been dancing like 3 days in a row, so... We're just doing a short little stream today, going to a concert this evening, so, but Reaper's still working, and yeah, figured I'd do a little streaming today. We'll try to do some more tomorrow, if possible. I think we should be able to sneak in something else. You're fine, that's good. Did anyone else in your household tell me how it was? Yeah, the concert's tonight, so I will let you know when I go tonight. But my friend had gone on Saturday. She said she had a good time. Part of me wants to get drinks beforehand, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't necessarily want to drink at the event, as tempting as it is, but I also know they're going to charge like $24 for a drink. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I wish I could just like sneak in a flask or something. I probably could, but I'm not gonna go to that length. Alright, let's see. So advanced tutorial. As far as you know, everyone's good. That's good. So let's see. Perks and challenges. Customers only get unhappy. Okay, yeah, they already talked about those. So we're still in the tutorial. Perks and challenges. It's very cold, so power lines with low loads are vulnerable to ice formation. Interesting. Biomass plant is going down for maintenance in 24 hours. Hello again, new city, more money to be made, but also more troubles. Some dumbass in the city council urban planning commission allowed for more houses to be built without letting us know. Currently the city uses 24 I guess it's megawatts, but in just a few hours demand will go up and will reach 40 megawatts, as you can see in the boring chart on the left side. Let's see, so this is 24 capacity. Oh, I see. Demand trend. Interesting, okay. That's nice to be able to see the trend. That means that soon we'll get a free fireworks display, aren't we lucky? Let me show you what I mean. Oh gosh. Wow, I never get tired of seeing those explosions. Oh well. But well, you look at the time. My shift is almost over. I have to run now. There's this TV show I've been binge watching that sounds a lot better than helping you out here. Hello, it's great to meet you. My name is Hertha, and I'm here to help you fix a mess that Bob left us. As you've seen, if a power line exceeds its maximum rating for a long time, it will fail and stop conducting electricity until repaired. This sometimes causes a domino effect as other power lines struggle to handle the extra load to put into the system because of the one that failed. You can right-click on the power line or hover and then press the repair button to get it fixed. This will cost money and take some time though. If I can right click or hover on the power line. I'm on the power line, right? Is it this part? Oh, that at the beginning of the power line, I guess. Like pretty much where it connects or where the sparks are. Let's wait until the repair is complete. Fantastic. Now things are back to normal. I'm sure our beloved customers are happy about that. But everything will go wrong again if we don't improve the design of our power grid. This will happen again tomorrow during peak, and then again the day after, until we improve the grid, or until they fire you. An important thing to remember is that substations can also fail if their maximum power rating is exceeded for a long time, and then you have a very serious problem in your hands. Bob has learned that lesson the hard way, several times. If we look at the power generation information, we do have enough for all the people. We just need more power lines to handle the load. Yeah, it says we have the capacity and the demand. In order to solve our current problem, select the low voltage power line tool in the action bar and then add a second power line on the tiles that I highlighted. Okay. Perfect. Now the load will be split between the two, preventing this problem from happening again until the city grows significantly at least. Okay. Now, there is something else I would like to teach you about. The biomass plant is operating very close to its maximum capacity during the evenings. Have you thought about what we're going to do if there's a sharp increase in demand? We need to be able to store energy to release it later. Energy storage facilities will automatically store energy whenever the generation exceeds the demand and release it when the opposite happens. Huh. Used capacity, max theoretical output. It's going down for maintenance. Some of them can release their energy quickly and are great for sharp peaks in demand. Some have huge capacities but can only release the energy slowly, making them perfect to complement wind and solar plants. Huh. Maximum output. Select the Energy Storage Facility button and choose the lithium-ion battery farm. This one is my favorite. It has a good balance between power output and capacity. Well-balanced energy storage solution, medium capacity, medium cost, but slow discharge rate. Storage capacity. Okay. Place it on the highlighted spot. What a beautiful building. Now the only thing missing is connecting the new lithium-ion battery farm with the power plant. Use the high voltage power line tool to place a new power line on the tiles I selected, or I highlighted, connecting the power plant and the energy storage facility. Power plant. Huh. I'm wondering why I wouldn't want to do it between these two, but maybe because like if this one goes down, it'll keep going to the station. That makes sense, actually. That makes sense. Now everything is working perfectly. Let me show you how. Can you see the battery storing energy so it can be used later? It'll be released automatically whenever demand exceeds generation. Everything is already looking a lot better, but we have yet another problem we need to take care of. Do you see the notification on the upper right corner of the screen? Power plants require to be shut down for maintenance periodically. Then they go offline for a few hours, during which they will not produce any energy, so our battery farm will also help us out in that regard. The best way to prepare for maintenance is to ensure the staff are properly trained so they can do it quickly as possible. Open the research tree screen by clicking on the button in the action bar. Every day your company will obtain 1 research point. You can then use those research points to unlock different technologies to make your power grid more efficient and reliable. Invest in staff training technology that allow us to cut down maintenance time in half. Alright, so So staff training. So probably this one. Maintenance downtime in power plants is reduced to 50%. Brilliant. Now I can close the research tree screen. Everything seems to be running smoothly. I'm so happy and so proud of you. And now my shift is over. I will leave you once again in Bob's hands. I can't believe he still works here. You built a lithium battery farm? Come on, those things are expensive. I imagine that Hertha wanted one, so lights in the city remain on while we perform maintenance on the power plant. But it's a lot easier and cheaper. Just skip the maintenance cycle. Right-click on the biomass power plant to open its settings window. Now the fun part. You can click the Skip Maintenance button on the bottom part of the screen, and there are usually no consequences for that. I do it all the time. Skip the next maintenance cycle. Do you want to skip maintenance for this power plant? If so, the next maintenance cycle will be performed automatically in 10 days. Probability of ill side effects, 20%. Hey Matteo, how you doing? As a result of poor maintenance, the generators in this power plant are operating in a suboptimal way. Power output will be reduced by 10% until maintenance work is performed. Hey, what's going on here? I didn't even manage to reach my car in the parking lot and Yuri caused trouble? Hey, it wasn't me. Sure, Bob, sure. But now the power plant will have a much lower output, and it's all your fault. I was trying to save our company some money. Most of the time, nothing bad happens. Go on, click on the Perform Maintenance Now button so Hertha can go home. That should fix the problem. Alright, down for maintenance. And I see, like, this is outputting stuff. Some energy is not getting through. Well, now that this is all taken care of, it's time to relax for the rest of the day. That is all for today. Now you're ready to tackle new challenges. But why are these people offline? No power. I'm not sure. I'm doing alright. Just giving this game a little try. It's gonna be a shorter stream. We'll probably end about 5:30 my time or so. Possibly sooner. Just depends. Going to a concert tonight. So I just want to make sure I at least have enough time to get ready, go get some dinner, and head into the city. So it should be fun. Alright. Let's check out the expert tutorial. A little sleepy, if anything, but that's probably a food coma situation. Trying to have a little coffee. I unfortunately overheated my coffee, so a good portion of it boiled over, unfortunately. I was like, no, my coffee, but that's fine. I'll just have to get new coffee tomorrow. Or just make some of my own. Alright. Let's see. Learn how power is distributed via substations and power lines, and strategies to cope with larger cities. Fireplace. Low temperatures do not cause increased power consumption. Nice. Massive forest. Lower running costs for biomass plants thanks to 20 million hectares of forest in the country. Alright. Welcome again. The city used to run on coal. Now they've found gold instead. So, with all the freshly acquired money, they have decided to modernize. It's a perfect opportunity for us to implement a clean, renewable energy solution. Would you look at this hill over here? It's a perfect spot to place some wind turbines and start the transition towards green energy. Would you look at this clearing by the water here? It's a perfect spot to place a gas-fired plant. Cheap, efficient, proven to work. And besides, it works 24/7, not only when the wind is blowing. Don't you dare, Bob. This is an opportunity to move away from fossil fuels. Besides, once the city grows, more and more customers will end up in the not in my backyard radius of the gas plant. We can deal with that later. There's even a substation and the old power lines that used to connect to the coal-fired plant. We could just put the new gas-fired plant over here and we're good to go. No time wasted, no new investments, only pure profit. Go on, put a gas-fired plant over here. I will highlight the exact location once you're ready to place it. But what if I want the wind turbines? What if I want the wind turbines? Oh, I should probably just follow what they want. Great work. Now everything is up and running. See, I told you this was the right thing to do. Beautiful. Oh, well, what do you know? It seems Bob has underestimated how much the city has been growing lately. It's using way more power than what a single power line can handle. Luckily, this is an old city, so we have plenty of research points waiting to be used. Science is always the answer. Go into the research window and unlock improved cable alloys. This technology allows power lines to handle 10% more load than usual. Let's see. Improved cable alloys. There it is. Nerd. Close that dumb research window at once. You'll see. This will fix the mess you got us into. Go ahead and repair the power line so that we can get everything up and running again. Perfect. Well done. Let's fast forward and see what happens. Oh no, seems our efforts weren't enough. What now? This is getting out of hand. I can't afford to lose my job again. Truce? That sounds good. Maybe we can try out my plan. Sure, maybe by combining our ideas we can fix the mess and finally get to go home. Let's start by building wind turbines up here. Great. Now let's build another substation on the opposite side of the city. This is a good strategy to handle city growth as it will balance the load. Some of the buildings will use power from one substation and the others will use it from the other. This should get us out of the pickle. Place a basic substation here. Fantastic. Now we need some high voltage power lines to connect the wind turbines and the substation. And let's connect the main power line in the city to the substation using low voltage power lines following the path I have highlighted. Don't forget to repair the old broken power line before we can get things going. Let's see what happens once a power line has been repaired. Nice so far. So far, so good. Alright. Well, it seems I got us out of all the trouble you caused, Bob. What are you talking about? Your wind turbines wouldn't have been enough to power the city anyway. Yeah, you're right. I guess the lesson here is that it's a good idea to diversify your power infrastructure. Exactly. Don't put all your tomatoes in one omelet, or however that saying goes. Yes, exactly that. It's also important to remember that buildings will by default attempt to obtain power from the closest substation, and substations will in turn attempt to obtain power from the closest power plant. Having a few substations provide power to a city from different directions is a good trick to remember when dealing with big cities. Anyway, I hope that you will use everything you have learned today and bring power to the people. That would be a great name for a video game. I would play that. Now you're ready to start a new game and provide power to the people. Alright. Let's see how this works out. Alright. Let's see. Hey, Irish gamer lad. You want to stream it? Is it worth the buy? You know, that's a good question. I've only just started the tutorial, So it's a little hard for me to say right now. It did just come out though, right? So let me see, how much is it going for? Right now it's a 10% off. It's hard to say. I would say keep looking at streams and kind of getting a sense. It seems to focus more on just the electrical strategy rather than like the city building. So, you know, like if you've played things like the other city building sims, if you're more into like building a city, then I could see that being useful. But yeah, I've only been playing for about maybe 20 minutes or so. So so yeah, I don't know yet. But so far so good. It's pretty quirky. The story is pretty quirky. Welcome, I am Dr. George Megavolt. I don't actually have a PhD. It's like city skyline, but no building, just power. That's what I'm thinking it's like. So far, they don't talk about, like, I went through the 3 tutorials, which are very simple. And all it is like, here's a city, they're having issues, let's build power plants and add power lines and get power to things, and kind of the strategy of getting power to different areas. So I think if you really like SimCity or Skyline, City Skylines, and really enjoy the power aspect instead of like building roads and all that stuff, then that, you know, it's I feel like it's kind of tuning into like the electrical part. Yeah, exactly. You could think about it, you know, like you might feel like it might be too narrow of an interest for you. But I am kind of curious of how this one's different from the others. And maybe they just want to focus on the electricity part. I've heard you're an aspiring power grid administrator. Here you'll find all of your current business opportunities. As you succeed in running power grids in different parts of the world, you'll earn influence points that will automatically give you access to run bigger and more complex power grids, as well as improved technology. You can see how many influence points you have. Thank you so much for the follow. On the top right corner of the screen. Not a lot at the moment, and you can click on the different cities in the world map to learn more and start your career. Best of luck. Okay, so it looks like I get to start with, there's like cities all over the world. So it sounds like you deal with cities that are already created, and then you just make money. That's what it sounds like. Oh, there's also one over here. Interesting. There's Europe here. Looks like Phoenix is unavailable. There's a little, like, looks like an Asian country there. Let's try one of these, little guys. And we'll try, map size is small. IP, influence points reward, 5. We'll try it on easy. And give that a shot. And there are like leaderboards and such. Select a game mode. Interesting. When playing in strategic mode, the game will be paused at the end of each day, so you can use that time to improve your power grid. In high energy mode, time moves much more quickly and never stops, providing a fast-paced experience. You can only play in the high energy mode if you've won a level in the regular strategic mode. Okay. Interesting. So they kind of have some challenges here. Infrequent disasters. Some disasters. Disasters happen all the time. Alright, let's try for easy first and see how that goes. Alright, welcome. You've been hired as a manager for the local electric company in the Vejle area. In order to prove yourself, you need to keep customer satisfaction over 50% during 50 days. Remember, the instant that customer satisfaction drops under a limit, it's game over. Do you have what it takes to keep the lights on? All right. Welcome to Denmark, a small and flat country with plenty of wind, but not so much sunshine. Population density is low, so you have plenty of time to develop your infrastructure and build some beautiful wind turbines. Be careful with the wind, though, as it might not be only an ally, but a threat to your power lines. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it is like 46 miles per hour wind up there, as it shows. Alright, let's see. So here's our city that we're working with. Oh, you can get some good zooming in here. And here's we have our Oh yeah, you guys probably can't see. Let me change this so that you can see my cursor. Let's see. Properties, capture, cursor. Okay. Okay. So you might be able to see my cursor. There you go. Okay. So the white line here is the border of the city. So I need to find a location to put a power plant. Okay. So they have like a line there. Let's go ahead and create. I assume they want new city is being built in 7 days. It's paused until you place your first building. Oh, nice. Okay. Total demand is going to be 8 megawatts. Unpowered blocks is 13. This one will put out 22 megawatts. Okay, so it sounds like they want wind turbines. Let's go ahead and try that. Potential upgrade path. Oh, that's cool. So you can use your influence points later on, and that'll upgrade your the kind of buildings you get. Interesting. Okay, well, let's try. This building can only be placed in elevated areas in order to capture more wind. Okay. So it looks like they kind of highlight the different places I can put this. I could put it across the bay. I could put it up here. That kind of makes more sense to me. Let's go ahead and do that. Where I don't want it too close to the city limits. Because I still need to build the substation outside of city limits. So yeah, let's build it here. This is all about the same height, huh? Okay. Let's build it, Yeah, maybe we'll build it about here. Okay. And then let's build a substation. Basic or local. Substation for small towns offers a reasonable level of efficiency at a low cost. Ideal for small to medium-sized cities. Good balance between cost, capacity, and efficiency. And I have $167,000 to use. Let's go ahead and build a basic one, just to kind of cover our tracks. Although, how much does this create? That puts out a capacity of 22 megawatts. And this substation can handle 35, it looks like. Let's see, let's try a smaller one. And we will put it here. Alright, and then they want us to use the high voltage lines to connect. And then we're going to use the low voltage lines. Let's see. How do we want to connect this? Do something like this. And then there. And then I need to run this down the road like that. Okay, does that capture everything? So this kind of has like a little meter here. Let's see, so this says current output. Okay. And this has used capacity. Let's see, current output is 19, the maximum is going to be 22. Alright. And then that sounds about right, because then the power lines pull in about a little under 20. That's what they're getting, and then they're outputting a little less than that, which is 14. It does look like there's going to be a peak of almost 20 at some point. So I will probably want to put out another power line just to kind of handle that. So let's see. Hey, Oscar. Recognizes this game, very similar. Yeah, it's definitely got a City Skylines feel, but it's focusing on just the electricity part. Like, It's kind of, it reminds me more of like the challenge cities that you might get, where like there's a city that's already built and that you kind of have to work with that to go from there. Not unlike some of the hospital games I've played, where you go into like a pre-made area and you can build stuff from there, but there's no option to like build towns or streets or anything like that. You mainly focus on just electrical aspects. It is pretty interesting. Alright. End of the day reached. Got 25k in profit. So far so good. Let's see. So I wonder... I don't know enough about wind turbines. I wonder if, I wonder if I should create several of them to put out more, right? Maybe that would make sense. Because we got 150k. We could technically build another one. And that'll put out more electricity. Yeah, I wonder if that's a good idea or not. Let's see, because they put out that much current output. And this can put out up to 22. And I guess a handy thing would be to have maybe like a storage solution. Seems like that would be really useful. Cheap, low capacity, can be discharged very quickly when needed. Maximum output 30. Slow discharge rate. I do wonder about that, like when they talk about discharge rate, because they don't discuss it too much. Of like, does that mean how long it takes to get the power out? Maybe. Probably something I'll learn a little bit more about later. Let me go ahead and create, let's see, output, storage capacity is 50. Let's go ahead and put out a battery farm. Oh, these things are big. That's really big. I'm just like, do I want it to be this big? Because I don't think people like them would want that, but maybe it's okay. Let's say I put it here and put out some wires like that. Let's see, and then I'm just gonna keep building some turbines. I'm probably gonna run out of money, but I'm gonna try. Alright, so there's that. And another substation. Let's see, do I need another substation? No, I could probably funnel this to this. Let's do it this way. Alright. I'm curious how that'll work. Ramping up. Okay, that one's not on yet, so I'm curious how that'll work out. Toggle power lines, load factor overlay. Ah, interesting. Okay, that's cool. You can see like more of the load is over here. And that's pretty neat. Customer satisfaction, power demand. Okay, so most of the demand is down here. That kind of makes sense. And the not in my backyard overlay. All right. Cool. All right. So far the demand trend is a little low, but yeah, so I'm curious of how that will grow as we continue on. So pause until you press N or the play button next to the clock. Take all the time you need to upgrade or expand your infrastructure. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay. So these guys are working a little harder now. They're filling that up as needed. can kind of rotate here. So far, so good. It's like 4 in the morning, though. Not gonna have a lot of need just yet. Yeah, it makes me wonder about like these main lines. I guess this makes sense, like it's just a way of connecting them, but it makes me wonder about like these shorter lines. Like do I need to run lines down there too? So. But let's see how this goes. Capacity usage, more usage down there. Wonder if there's going to be situations where it goes over? Because right now it's about use capacity about 16. This did say like a demand trend of up to 20. I was curious about that aspect. But it might be a thing where I can put another substation there. It is a little confusing. This one's definitely pulling in more. Oh yeah, this one's definitely kind of at its capacity. Use capacity, okay. That's gonna probably be bad for that. Let's go ahead and connect this guy too. And hopefully that takes off some of the load for them. Yeah, it seems to be going down, which is good. Because I was like, I would hope that this one could take off some of that load. It might also have just been, you know, the time change too. Or that was kind of like a peak. Let's see, maximum output, ramp up time. Fixed cost per day. Okay, so far so good. I got 6K in profit. Alright. You'll be able to upgrade power plants to level 2 once you have 20 influence points. Okay. So that's right. They say they give me an influence point for each day that that passes. Cool. Let's see. Staff training. Reinforced transformer. Substations can operate at maximum capacity for longer time before exploding. Not too worried about that. Okay. Let's see, I think this is pretty good so far. People don't seem too upset yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit the play button. And we can see what our demands are. So it says new city being built in 6 days. I wonder if like another city in the area gets built. Maybe you have to like work with several cities. That would kind of make sense, honestly. I wonder if they show me where that would be. I don't think they do. So you kind of have to like work around what the growth that's not controllable. That kind of makes sense. Use capacity. This one, I'm like, am I doing this one right? It looks like I am. Used capacity. Theoretical output. Right, because that is fully charged. That's fully charged. I'm just wondering if I need like a... Maybe I need like a... Maybe this doesn't count? Can you only have like one substation per turbine, I wonder? I wonder if that's the case. Maybe. Because this one's getting overcharged again. Let's go ahead and build another local substation. Do it like that. Let's see if that works. That one's kind of overdone, overused. These don't seem to be working. Okay, now it seems to be working. Alright, I do see some power there. Huh. I'm just trying to understand how this is fully charged. I guess this is only used when it's necessary. Like, if these go down for whatever reason, which makes sense. Okay. Let's see how this is working. Cool. Made 7K. Nice. Efficiency is good. Energy storage is good. Sweet. Getting 5 stars so far. Output 35, 35. Okay. Fixed cost per day. Alright, that all looks good to me so far. So far so good. I'm kind of curious, like, during the times when less electricity is created. Okay. Customers are satisfied. That's a good thing. It does look like I think more buildings are slowly being built. I don't remember this being here, so that's interesting. I mean, maybe it was there. I don't remember it being there. Let's see. All right. That one's serving that side. That's not so bad. This one is serving that side. That makes sense. Okay. So far so good. Pulling 5 from the grid, 0.46 in losses. That makes sense because of that's just what happens. That one's losing 1.24. Use capacity. So far, very chill. I'm curious about this when it gets to like when it reaches like a maximum output. Like it definitely looks like more power is being drawn from it. Oh. The home cooked effect is currently active. Okay, that's just saying like the restaurants are not affecting the power pool, which is good. Oh, so they do build more stuff over here. Kind of, yeah, they must be building more things. Just slowly expanding. Okay. settings. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's keep going. So far, so good. Power plant, storage facilities, unmet demand. Generation capacity. Transmission efficiency. Okay. So yeah, it looks like we're capable of creating up to 44. Right, because I have 2 turbines. Which should work just fine, because it only peaks up at a little above 20 right now. Ooh. Walk from home or live at work? A few neighbors in Vejle have put some money together. They bought a small residential plot and they're planning to convert it into an office space. Finally, some peace and quiet. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I just have to respond to a message here. Just trying to figure out our evening plans tonight. Message Seth here. Ideally, if you could work from home, you'd set up an office shed. I have a coworker who did that. They basically set up an in-law unit and turned it into that, and they love it. They ended up leaving the work that I do and just starting their own business, because I was like, I don't blame you. Just you set your own times, you work from home. It is nice. It's definitely nice to work from home. I don't know. It's strange. Like, it's not something I would have expected that I would have liked pre-pandemic, but after the pandemic, it's like, oh, it's not so bad. And I'm sure a lot of people are in that same boat, and that's why they're kind of reconsidering positions. So you're hiring? I wish. I wish I had the money for that. Or even own my own place. Like, I'm not even at that point either, you know? Okay, so what does that mean? Does that mean that there's more need in some of these places? It seems like it. Residential area will turn into office building in a while. Okay, maybe that just means that there's going to be a higher need soon. Yeah, so far the need is only at about a little under 30. So far so good. Satisfaction is good. Power demand overlay. Okay. It's very chill so far. This one's definitely getting, pushed for sure. I mean, let's see, will it get to 22? Use capacity. And this seems to stop there. 0.4. The home cooked effect currently active. 19.5. It kind of gets close to 20, but not quite, which I think is good. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you can see how some of these areas have changed. This is suddenly a park now. And this has gotten bigger. And now they've created a new road down here. That's cool. That's definitely interesting to kind of see like these towns change. You know, this doesn't require as much of like a energy drain, I'm sure. There's a donut spot here. That's interesting. End of day 5 reached. So my efficiency still could be an issue. Reflects how efficient our distribution, power lines and substations is. The shorter a paths, the better. If you reach a 90% efficiency, you'll get a 5-star rating. Nice. 90% efficiency. Okay. I could probably redo some of those and make them a little better. I wonder... Shorter paths, the better. I feel like this could be a lot better. Remove trees, power lines. Very useful. Remove fallen trees before repairing power lines. Let's see. Low voltage. Maybe I can change this one to something like this, and then this. Maybe that makes more sense. And then maybe remove these guys. How do I remove stations? Or power lines. Do I use these? Yeah, I think I remove these. Does that make it more efficient? Let's see. Transmission efficiency. Those kind of suffer over there. This one still serves those two. This one serves those. Do wonder if like I create a line over here, maybe that would make more sense. Let's see how they like this for now. Seems like the efficiency is about the same. So I'm serving those two. Brace yourself. A residential area will be turning into an office building. 11 hours. Alright, good to know. And there's like buses going across. I wonder if there's going to be a town built over here. New city being built in 48 hours. Transmission efficiency still the same. So one of them has turned into... Ah, must be this one. Power demand. Okay. Well, so far, so good. Like, I don't know much about the buildings themselves. They don't really tell me much there. Let's see here. Power distribution. Okay. I could take a look at my influence points. Ad campaigns, improves your company's reputation. Power saving, reduces power usage in cities. Unlocked after there are at least 3 cities. Makes your substations more efficient and reliable. Helps your power plants increase their output and uptime. High efficiency transformers. Reduce power losses at substations by 25%. Nice. Guess I can use this. And maybe this one. Okay. See how that works out. This one's definitely at risk. But so far so good. Uh-oh. They need something down there. Okay. Alright. So, cool. Made 8,900. So, yeah, the demand, generation capacity. Okay. There's going to be a new city built, so I wonder if this is going to be the new city area. Small park under construction. Large park. Okay, I can see a little bit more about this. Convenience store. This is a petrol station. Oh, yeah, I guess it is a petrol station, isn't it? There's a villa with the pool. These donut restaurants are pretty great. Suburban homes. It says it's a landmark. Interesting. Restaurant, small office building. Okay. This one's serving that one. This one's serving quite a bit. High voltage power lines. I wonder if I can set up another turbine? Would that be the best situation? I'm kind of curious of where this new city is going to be. It'll probably be over here. I was like, do I build another city? And maybe that'll be fine. That'll probably make more sense. Who's crypto mining? Probably these people at the park, I bet. This gazebo, that's totally a cover for a bunch of servers. But yeah, maybe I'll wait until I see where this other city is going to be built. Because that'll kind of inform me a bit more of like what's going on. I am a little worried about this guy being kind of pushed to its limits. Max theoretical output, but it seems like it's only for a few hours, so. going up again. Small park. Haven't figured out the efficient transmission yet. That'll be the one. Power line, yeah. New city being built in 18 hours, so it looks like it's being built down here. The city lines are expanding a little. Home cooked effect. Yeah, this one's getting about to capacity. Is it gonna make it to capacity? Or no? Almost. Oh, and it's going back down. Okay. Oh. Something down here needs work. All right. Did that work? I think it did. All right. All right. This is expanding as well. This is still covering. This one's still covering this section, right? Yeah. Do wonder maybe if I move this one over, perhaps? That would make a little more sense. Maybe that would make it more efficient. But still doing pretty well. Alright. New city in 8 hours. Let's see what happens. It's like, is a new city gonna be around here? Is it just gonna pop up here, like, in 5 hours? What's gonna happen? Three hours. A new city called Heads has been founded. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Well, let's see. We can probably create another wind turbine then. Let's see. Where would make sense? And then, let's see, something there, and then another substation. What did they need? F2. Let's see. Substation. Let's see. Let's do something like this one. There. And oops, those are the wrong kind actually. Oops, wrong one. Congratulations on doing a good job on keeping the lights on so far. People seem to be really happy with the quality of services you're bringing. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. There we go. Cool. All right. Density. Okay, gonna need more lines down here. Cool. Nice. Capacity is at 66. So it seems like you kind of have to like juggle between cities. I don't know if you had to do that in City Skylines. I think maybe you did. Let's see, hopefully this will do a little better in terms of like putting out energy. I assume this is pulling from both now? It looks like it's just pulling from one. It's a little confusing. This one's definitely generating stuff. Is it not getting used? Oh no, it's getting used. Okay. Well, this is use capacity 0. Wondering if this is pulling from both. That's confusing. That's generating that. Output limited due to wind speed. Okay. Wind turbines are going down for maintenance 48 hours. Okay. Okay, and this seems to be pulling in more than the... Trying to figure this out of like, is it actually sending power through? A little confusing. Because this is moving power. And now that I built this, doesn't seem to be. Output limited due to wind speed. I mean, maybe this is working for both of them. It does say 25, which is normally not an option. Yeah, I wonder if I can remove these. I'll have to see. I'll have to see if that works. I guess it's not hurting anything, but it is strange. Oh. This new area doesn't have power. Hey Vekos. That's a good question. I mean, I haven't played very long. I've only played for about an hour. I'm enjoying it so far. It really just depends on what you're looking for when you play this game. This is very much like only focusing on the power aspect. And so you don't control the cities getting built or anything like that. You don't control the roads, like the AI just kind of builds stuff. They're very much kind of focused on you're just the power company, the city does stuff without consulting with you, or they will tell you some things, like here it says like there's going to be a new city built in a few days. They won't tell you where, so you know, it just kind of gets you in the mind of like, okay, do I need to create storage facilities? Do I need to look at my power line situation or make more money or something like that? And just kind of, or setting your research points of like, you know, you can have things that kind of improve your power lines or your storage. But I don't know. So far, I think it's pretty interesting. It's a different take on the simulator. Like, you're not just building a city, you're just controlling one aspect, and it's kind of a nice little puzzle game in that regard. So I mean, considering that it's what, how much is it going for right now? It just came out, so it looks like it's currently $13.49 on Steam. I think it's worth that. It's very, very chill. This is only my first campaign or story mode or whatever, so I can't speak to what the later stages are going to be like. And like how advanced they get. Like, I'm also on the easy stage, so there's no disasters right now. I'm just kind of getting a sense of how the power lines work and all that stuff. So, I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. It's a different feel than, you know, SimCity or City Skylines, in my opinion. But it's almost more chill in a regard, right? Because you've got less things to worry about. You're only focusing on the electricity. You don't have to worry about water. You don't have to worry about other aspects that can be a little overwhelming for things like City Skylines. But I don't know. I think for like a game that retails at like $15, like, I think it holds up. So far, it's got very chill soundtrack. It doesn't feel too wild. Oh, I didn't even realize I was paused in the game. Let's see. So the wind turbines are going to go down for maintenance in a few hours. Let's see. Let's go ahead. You'll be able to upgrade. Do I want to perform it now? Let's go ahead and perform that now. Alright, and let's see what happens. I think that's kind of nice. You can kind of tell the substations when to do the maintenance. You can choose to do it on like a downtime when it's not peak hours. That's kind of nice, actually. I didn't know it would do that, but that helps a lot. So this one's outputting 1167 right now. That's good to know. Kind of whenever this is back, I'll have a better idea of how much it's outputting afterwards. 16. I'm really impressed by how well your power grid is performing lately. The average customer satisfaction in our city is, according to the latest polls, 100%. Bravo. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm a little confused about this, because this is putting out electricity, but I'm just like, where is it putting it out? Is it going through here? Which it must be, because this is 14, and this is 14, and here's this 22, and it's also outputting here, so it must be using the same lines, which is a little strange to me, but it does make me wonder if I can take out this one and it'll still work. Like, I wonder if having these next to each other saves me some money in the line usage, which would make sense. So we've got 2 towns going right now. How's this overlay looking? This is kind of getting a little worrisome here. I might have to put in another line just in case. Let's go ahead and do that since we can. Takes off a little bit of a load there. Hi Fizzy! How are you doing? Yeah, so far very chill. So this one, oh yeah, they keep that was kind of an example of the town building, like whether or not you want it to and in the direction that you want it to. You know, usually I built these guys kind of in an area where I was like, you're getting closer. I don't know how close you want to live next to the power stations, but they're building closer to the power stations, and that does affect their customer satisfaction. I was like, you built yourself there. Like, I would have to think, oh nice, my efficiency is at 90%. I'm happy about that. That's good. Yeah, I wonder if the shorter the paths and your consumers, the better. So I wonder if I just had to put in more lines, and not necessarily like less lines and more efficient for less lines, but just getting more lines down to get to customers. It's kind of like SimCity, yeah, but you're only focusing on the electrical part. So it's almost like if someone were playing SimCity and you're playing with them and they said, okay, I'm going to build the city and you build the electricity, and that's it. You know, it has that kind of vibe, and it's pretty interesting so far. Buzz. The mayor. I just want to tell you that you're doing a great job. It seems that most of the people in our city are happy with the way the power grid is operating and how reliable it is. Oh, thank you, sir. The wind turbines is going down for maintenance in 24 hours. Which one now? This one, I think. That one's wind speed. Is it this one that needs maintenance? Maintenance due. This one says maintenance in 8 days. Okay. I can probably just do the maintenance for this one now and not worry about it. Let's see how that'll work out. I mean, will they totally freak out? They might freak out. Because this one is providing power to this area. It's like puzzly, and yeah, exactly. So I kind of think about it as more of a puzzle situation, because since you're not building the cities, you're kind of adapting to what the cities are doing. So it's like, okay, this part of the town isn't, doesn't have any power. It's like, well, you didn't tell me you were going to build something down there, but I'll go ahead and put up power lines down there, and kind of adjusting with them. So yeah, it's definitely. So I feel like it's got a slightly different vibe. It's like a management thing, but also more puzzly, where they build the cities. You'll unlock more cities around the world as the game progresses as well, and then they incorporate disasters and other needs as well. Like they have a thing where right now it's off because it's the easy mode, where like restaurants will draw on more power during peak hours. certain businesses might draw on more power during peak hours, or when it gets cold, like the time of year will also affect things. So that's pretty interesting to think about, because I don't know if you guys might know, for those of you who have played City Skylines. I haven't actually played it. If things like seasons or weathers really play a factor into how much of a strain on things happen. And Fizzy, you can use Celsius, and yeah, no imperial measures here, and if you don't want that. I thought that was nice. I was like, for a game that was made in California, the fact that they cared about things like that, I was like, that's nice. You know, I mean, they're pulling in, this is like a German city, for instance, so they're trying to be international. So I think it's nice that they're allowing people to choose things that some people might find minor, like Celsius and Fahrenheit. So, do I want to turn this off now? Ooh. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when I do the maintenance now. It's gonna be offline for 6 hours. I might give it a try. I figure it could pull from the battery farm if it needs it. Which I think it will. So it did seem to pull from the battery farm. It's getting charged. I'd still be able to pull these guys, keep these guys up, so that's good. Alright. Cool. How are these guys doing? They're building. Okay, that seemed pretty good. This is full up again. That seemed to be working. I don't know where I was pulling from. That was a little confusing. But it is what it is. It's a little confusing to me of like, well, does this power line that goes through here, does this just connect these two, or does this also connect this to this? So, you have been slaving in the emote mines all day and you're lay tired, but you think you got them frame rate? Nice, nice. I'm really impressed by how well your power grid's performing lately. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate that. He's got a lot of... He's a very affirmative mayor, which is nice. I was in a workshop yesterday and they were talking about like, oh yeah, we've all heard of like microaggressions, but don't forget about micro-affirmations. I was like, wow, that is very, very pep talk, TED talk, you know, like self-help, but it is nice. It's kind of like a good reminder, you know. It's kind of like when someone's being critical and they always tell you like, if you have to criticize someone, like sometimes it's good to kind of start with like a bit of affirmation so that you're not putting them, oh no, something, what happened? Did something explode? What was that? There was some sort of shake. Was that an earthquake? maybe it's just this getting built? That was weird. I don't know what that was. Like the whole... Oh, maybe it's this? I don't know. I don't know what happened. There's some power there. That was very odd. The whole screen shook. Unpowered blocks. Where's the unpowered block? Something down here. It's an unpowered block down there. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, come on. There you are. It's like they could just build a road right here and it would have been fine, but whatever. Okay, no more unpowered blocks. Oh, wonder if I might as well just build a line there. Make it a little easier for you guys to get power. That way I can kind of service more areas. Like, I think if I hover over this, I can actually see which sections it works for. Okay. Maybe it was just an earthquake. I don't know. I don't know what that was. I was looking good. Oh man, that pathetic one is just like, it's so good. The DJ WoW is also very nice. It's interesting seeing them side by side because it's like you can see like what colors really pop versus other colors. That's interesting. Okay, let's see. So let's see. Let's move on to the next day. Oh, is it electrical storm? Is that what that is? Okay. So we have like very minor disasters, but it is good to know that there's a weather storm going on right now. It's like rain, current air temperature. If it goes either too low or too high, power usage might increase up to 50%. Yeah, it is a little chilly. It's supposed to be warmer the next day. Current affects 7% lower power generation of wind turbines. Okay. Good to know. So far so good. This one's definitely getting a lot of usage. But that's okay. They're good. Kind of split between those two, but this is working out. Alright. Medical clinic. Interesting. This one's basically at max output, which is wild. I mean, but I guess it makes sense. I was like, oh no, don't blow up, please. Use capacity. I wonder if I need to, I might have to build another one. Just because of how much this is being used. That's 14, that's about 15. 15, it's about 45 or so. Yeah, that's definitely using both of these. So we're getting up to max. So we're gonna have to build another wind turbine for this area. I wonder if I could just build it like connecting to all these guys. Does that work that way? I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that possible? No, it won't let me build there. But it will let me build here. Oops. Wonder if I can move that. I don't think I can move it. Although it's already connected, so maybe it's okay. To be split amongst all of those. I wonder if it prevents it from being at the max because it's pulling from these other stations too. Yeah, makes me wonder. The 1-1 Simpson style is so simple. I bet it did. Totally different style, shows a lot of things you didn't realize. Yeah, yeah. I'm a little worried about that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Part of me is like, maybe I should just build like a another one that's further that also powers that, but I don't know. We're learning here still. We're learning. It's like, is it a good thing to separate them out? Because they basically pull from the closest substation. Or the closest, yeah, they pull from the closest substation. These guys. Alright. Everyone's happy. They're still happy, which is good. So far, so good. Okay. It looks like when this gets close to max, it does start pulling from the other station, so that's good. I definitely worry about this one getting, like, close to max, but it looks like when it hits that, it starts pulling from the other areas, which is... I was kind of worried. I was like, why isn't it pulling from these? But maybe that's just how it works. Well, that's good. It does look like a lot of that overflow need is getting taken care of, which is good. Nice. Okay. So far, so good then. Cool. I built like the little things here to make things more efficient. Yeah. 88%. I wonder if like me adding more power lines makes things more efficient for them. It probably would. It would make sense. It's looking good so far. Cool. Alright. So far so good. 20k profit. Nice, nice. Okay. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. Yeah, it's a little confusing that, I guess I could just fast forward to the next day. I just hit that? Yeah. Okay. That's good. I can, like, really fast forward then. I'm just gonna speed things up. Alright. Day 14 reached. Alright. How are we doing on all these? So... this output, it's getting up to 60, but we have a capacity of 88, so far so good. F1, F2, okay, that's nice. I can switch between them like that. I can also click on the map to kind of move around as I need to, so that helps as well. But so far so good. I'm curious if I need another battery farm. That might be useful, just in case. So I might put one in. Let's see. Discharge very quickly when needed. Let's see. And then we have a 30k one over here. Good complement for renewable energy sources. Oh, well then. Let's try one of those. Oh yeah. They don't like having that around. But maybe I could put it up here or something. That might make more sense. Alright, so then I need stations like this. Right, to funnel energy to that. And also let's see. I wonder if I could just do this. Yeah, we'll see how that works. I figure this way it'll get to that. And, but also get to that substation as needed. Let's see. This one seems to have extra as well. Let's go ahead and get that funneling energy in there. That'd probably be useful. Let's see. Fixed cost per day, storage capacity, show charts. Interesting. I wonder what the chart settings for this is. Data for the last 24 hours. Current output, upgrade level. You'll be able to upgrade power plant levels to level 2 once you have 20 influence points. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Let's see where that goes then. Huh. Operating at a higher capacity, I guess they can, because then they can charge this guy up. Hey Ezekiel, is this like SimCity or is this one dealing with Power Grid? This one is only Power Grid, so it's good to see you. Yeah, this one is just focusing on the power grid. I was kind of talking to Fizzy about it too. It's a little more puzzle based in the sense that you don't control the cities. The cities just naturally grow as the days go on. Like here it says a new city is being built. This was my original city that had like a population of like 17 or whatever, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. Maybe that's like a different kind of measurement, like maybe it's like 17,000, I don't know, or 1,700. Yeah, the cities kind of grow and expand. Yeah, and it just came out today, and as the time goes on, they'll kind of give you these warnings of like, hey, some of these like residential buildings are going to convert into a business, for instance. Like this was a park, but now it looks like it's in construction is going to be something else, and maybe that will affect the type of power that it draws. Same thing with like the restaurants getting built, these houses getting bigger and bigger. These were just like small little suburban homes before, but now they've become apartment buildings, so they're a little bigger now. And then like this city is new. This wasn't here when I first started this campaign, so that also it kind of forces me to adapt what I have and like move my power lines around. It's not very pretty right now, but this is our first campaign at the moment. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's very chill, you know, like it doesn't feel like I'm sure it's different if on the harder settings. You can also set it so that it doesn't pause at the end of every night. So that way it's just constantly going. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like right now I have it with wind turbines because they have a pretty decent wind speed here. But I have the options of doing diesel or coal, offshore wind turbines. Interesting. I had no idea. It could be placed on shallow waters. Interesting. I have to build like storage facilities for energy, so that way if like any of my my facilities need to go down for maintenance, I can have storage facilities of like stored power that they can reach into. So yeah, pretty interesting so far, but also very chill at the moment. They have disasters, of course. I feel like I can't have any sim without a disaster. But so far so good. Yeah, nice. My efficiency is all 5 stars. I'm pretty happy with that. Cool. Yeah, I'm still learning a little bit about how like the power lines connect to each other. That's always a little confusing in all of these games, I feel like, of like if a building's right next to another one. Is it an automatic connection or do you still have to draw a power line? So that's a little confusing, but so far pretty good. Alright. Let's see. So there's gonna be a new city in 6 days. So it looks like this public facility is this museum, which wasn't there before. This was just a park at one point. It looks like they are building a warehouse now over here. So yeah, it's interesting to see kind of like the different power strains. Like this now is pulling in more, this hospital, where it was just a parking garage for a little bit. You used to play all the Tycoon sim games back in the day, so this one has your attention. Yeah, it's kind of nice to just have it be focused on just electricity. Like I do like that part in, you know, sim games. But sometimes, you know, you would be focused on that and then you'd get pulled over into like other city management stuff that might be less interesting to you. So I kind of like this puzzle aspect of like, let's just give you cities, you know, and have them grow and you kind of adapt to it. So yeah, pretty cool. I mean, I've always been a big fan of like seeing the little power lines like flow along. That's always really cool to me. And like the ones that have like more power going through, and this one has like a very faint power voltage. So that sort of stuff is kind of cute. It's a nice little like visual, very, very aesthetically pleasing for me. But yeah, like you do have to watch for things of like, you know, this one where since the wind isn't very high right now, it's only like 18 miles per hour and sometimes they go faster. It says current effect 2% lower generation since the wind is lower right now. So they all kind of have their drawbacks, of course. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's a very chill little game. I think it's under $15 right now. So far a few people have come in asking if it's worth it. I think it would be. I think if you're kind of looking for a very chill sim, this would be good. If you're looking for like the really high stakes management, maybe in the later levels it'll give you that. But I feel like, oh, a thing just popped up. A convenience store. Oh, and this road wasn't here before. Like, because I had built this line here. And I was like, I don't know, is this bad? There's like no road there. Oh, and I got a little notice that there's no power down here. So I need to add some power lines. There we go. Nice. So my efficiency is still not great, but probably because I just need to put in some more power lines, I think. I think that's what's going on. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, so far so good. And it kind of breaks down like the sort of places that are running, how much money and everything. might drag you back into this genre. I do like how chill it is. When I watch people play City Skylines, it makes me a little nervous because, you know, they have like these huge buildings or like building all these roads and like really trying to make things perfect. And sometimes that feels a little too anxiety ridden for me. Hey, Strange Brew. Big fan of Crytivo. Nice. Yeah, I'm happy to show it. I didn't realize that Crytivo was a California dev. I'm in California myself, so it was kind of a surprise when I saw that. I was like, oh, that's nice. I'm so used to playing games from like people in like Germany or like Poland or something. So I was like, oh, cool, SoCal developer. That's nice. But yeah, I don't know very much about Crytivo, so this is the first game I've played by them. So I'm definitely curious. It looks like this wind turbine is going down for maintenance in 37 hours. Let's see which one it is. It's probably this one? No, that one says 6 days. Okay, this one. I will... 37 hours. I might just have it go offline now. And see what happens. Because we've got a full battery there too. So there should be, hopefully enough power for them to draw on while that one is down. Yeah, so that one is down for maintenance, and this one adjusted for that. Thanks for the follow! But yeah, so here I've got 2 storage facilities of power, so hopefully that should keep everyone powered up in case they need it. Although we've got like 3 turbines here, so I'm not too worried about it. I also set it to do maintenance at like 12 in the morning, which is good. So that should be fine. So far, so good. Cool. How are we doing on these power lines? That also looks alright. Looks like I might need to build more power lines at one point. It's not the most efficient way of getting to those cities. But it is nice to kind of see how the AI pulls in. Oh, it is pulling from storage facilities partly? I wonder... Oh, because I see why. I was wondering why, because it's only generating half of the wind speed it normally does, so that means these turbine facilities are not pulling in as much electricity as it normally would. So thankfully, I wonder if I can connect these guys at all. Does this work? Does that do anything? Probably not. I wonder if I can... I wonder if I can have it pull in, like, this way. It does look like it's pulling in now. So maybe... It looks like it's flowing this way to fuel these towns. I'm glad I set up that second storage facility. To kind of keep these guys afloat. I built too many of these guys though now. Let's see, let's do that. Let's go ahead and tear down these. That's gonna bug me. Let's see, we got some more towns down there. I see. So I'm like trying to check out what these arrows do, but they kind of follow the path of the power. I see. Cool. Ooh, energy storage. Reflects how well prepared your infrastructure is for a power plant or power line failing. Recommended that you have at least 2 hours worth of energy in your storage facilities for a 5-star rating. Well, you know, I could only do so much with the wind down as it was. Let's see, tomorrow will be a little better, but still not great. But it is what it is. What I'm gonna do... Let's see. I'm really kind of picky about these lines, so I'm gonna draw a line there and erase these other ones. Okay, a little nicer looking there. But still at 100%, so it's doing good. So we're managing. I do wonder if I need... let's see, hopefully the wind will kind of pick up and help serve these places. It is a little worrisome that we don't have a lot of energy in here, in our reserves. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's definitely not as windy as it could be. Picking up a little, but it's definitely 40%. Ooh, we'll see how it goes. Wind turbines going down for maintenance in 48 hours. Okay, which one is that one? Is it one of these? This one was like my first one. Yeah, is that one? Okay. Alright. Let's see how these towns are managing with the lower wind speeds. I'm like, do I need to build? I'm gonna might run out of my reserves there. Wonder if I need to maybe build another wind turbine just to kind of keep us on top of it. So far so good, but okay, yeah, that's getting used up right now. Although okay, at least the wind's picking up, so that helps. But I'm gonna lose my charge there soon. See what happens. Discharging. Oh, yep, we lost some power. Lost a little power, y'all. That's okay. They're good. It was very temporary. Oh wait, maybe not temporary. No power. Not a lot I can do unless I build another turbine. That's the only thing I can think of. I guess I might as well. Let's see. Smash. Let's see how that works. I'm like bothered by how uneven this all is, but I just have to let it go. Alright. Doing better. And now these are starting to charge up again, which is good. So that should help. Is there a pollution factor? You know, that's a really good question. They do say that if you're using... Ooh, I will wait. I'll have that go the next day. They do talk about the coal. There's like diesel. Oh, interesting. They have like... Yeah, I know they kind of talk about like having a backup in case like there's no wind. You know, you can use diesel or coal just to kind of like supplement it. It does say high pollution and operating costs, so it does make me wonder if like if it's a customer satisfaction situation. I'm not sure yet. I haven't come across the pollution aspect yet. This is my first campaign, so it's all been wind. And maybe they gave me wind so I can just kind of deal with like things like wind issues, but not pollution factors. But I am curious about that. That's a really good question. They do mention it, so it does make me wonder. Alright, so these guys... And these are recharging, so that'll give me a chance to get some of these into maintenance mode. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I wish I knew more. It might be a thing where there's a pollution filter here. Let me see what that does. Reduces the not in my backyard range of gas and coal-fired power plants. Okay, so they kind of talk about that here. This is the not in my backyard or NIMBY range where people don't want to live near power plants. And I wonder if this radius gets bigger for coal plants and the facilities that go with them, which would kind of make sense. I guess people don't want to live near these giant windmills for whatever reason, but that's okay. Hi Astral, aw, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. 7 months, wow, that's awesome. I hope you're doing well, Astral.
Desoci love Macro Rock.
I hope you're doing alright. Getting rest, getting sleep. This one's getting a lot more usage, but probably because it's recharging that might be a good part of what that all is and what it has to deal with. So this looks okay so far. This is filling up. These lines are building. You're well, you can lurk while you take a power nap. Nice. I'm probably not going to stream for too much longer. I do have to go get ready for our events tonight, but yeah. Let me see. I do have research points here, so I might as well use them. Cable alloys increases capacity of the power lines, and efficient storage increases the capacity of all facilities. Oh, that's nice. Power outage of all power plants by 5%. Staff training. Oh, that's nice. Ad campaigns, power saving. Improved insulation. Maybe I'll do staff training and get some more output from the generators. Alright, we got 7 more points. How do we want to do this? Turbine Blades increases power output of wind turbines by up to 10%. Allows them to operate with lower wind speeds than usual. Nice. Let's go ahead and use that. That'll be very handy. Okay. Nice. Cool. Looks like they're building a little park there. Let's see. So some of these go up to 90, where they trend. We have a capacity of 108, though that can definitely change. Yes, got all 5 in there. Very nice. Doing alright on this. One of them does need to come down for maintenance. Not that one. Is it this one? Yes. Let's go ahead and do the power maintenance now. Power plant will be offline for 3 hours, yes. That is half of what it was before, which is very useful. It does look like you have settings like turning off these facilities at certain times, just because it costs a certain amount of money to keep them open. So that's also really useful to know. Because there might be some facilities where it's just like, you know, this one's like, you know, it's $1,000 a day to keep open. I can't adjust that, but I could see how some of these stations would be really useful when I need to take down another station, or those settings rather, and just keep some offline as backups, but not having them run all the time. So I could see that being handy for sure. This is definitely getting used quite a bit. This one not quite as much. Okay. Good to know. Let's see. You're very lurky, but you love me all the same. Aw, thank you, Fizzy. It's totally fine. This is a good lurking stream, lurking game, you know? Alright, so this one's offline. So we'll see how well that works while that's offline for a little bit. It should be good. We have the, these are still getting powered and recharged, which is awesome. In spite of that, which is great. It looks like it's a good wind speed right now. Looks like if it's under... Oh yeah, because I also improved that wind research thing. Oh, nice. And then there's going to be another wind turbine going down for maintenance. Cool. This one's definitely at max, but I don't know. It's a surprise that they allow for that, but as long as it's holding up, because there are other facilities it could be pulling from. So. Hey Seno, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. I hope you're well. Were you playing? You were playing some random games today, right? I think I saw something like that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be streaming for too much longer. I have to get ready to go out, but I do appreciate people coming by. I'm playing, oh, there's a tree? What is that? Total cost $200. Yeah, it gets rid of a tree. That's cool. I guess, I wonder if, like, looks like remove fallen trees before repairing power lines. Interesting. Oh, I see. Like, I wonder if that's like a helpful thing so that there's less chance of a fire. I know there were like rainstorms and things like that. So I wonder if like that gets in the way. So interesting. Interesting. But yeah, I am playing Power to the People. So far it's very chill. A new city is going to be built where you kind of focus on just the electrical aspect, so not unlike SimCity or like another city simulator, but you don't actually build the city. You have to adapt to the city and to the businesses that they create and add more power lines and storage facilities, things like that, as needed. So it does say that these turbines are on. Just doesn't look like it, but it's doing its thing. Uh-oh. Speaking of which, this needs something. Alright. So they've got power now. Cool. Cool. Alright. Oh, they put some more streets here, so I should probably put more lines down there. Nice. You don't mind watching this, but playing it's not for me. Yeah, and that's okay. It's not for everyone, right? Not every game is for everyone. Yeah, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I was like, oh, I don't know. Am I in the mood for like a simulator game? But I actually really like this because Other simulator games sometimes kind of give me a lot of anxiety to look at. It feels like you're managing a lot of things. But this one, since I'm only focusing on the power aspect, it doesn't feel so daunting. So I kind of appreciate that aspect. And there, you know, they kind of get into some details of, you know, I like that they have like storage facilities. I like that your facilities do have to go into maintenance mode every once in a while. Like these little details that normally they wouldn't get into necessarily in other sims. So that's pretty nice. Because usually all it's about is like, okay, connect them to the power plant and that's it, you know. So it's nice to see a little bit more going on. The maintenance aspect is pretty cool. Yeah, it's like, it feels like such a small thing, but I do like having it choose things like that. Uh-oh, I forgot to, one of the turbines is gonna go down for maintenance in a few hours, and I wasn't paying attention to which one that one is. Is it this one? 43 hours. One of them's going down in 4 hours, actually. That was this one. Let's do it now. Before it gets real bad. Because at least I could pull from the storage if it needs it. That's charging. That's charging. Okay, cool. This one has enough. It looks like it's pulling from... It might be pulling from one of these. It does make me wonder. Okay, yeah, it's pulling from this again, so that's all good. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a new city. I was like, what is over here? I was like, oh, it's the new city being built. Okay. So I definitely have to build something for this. Ooh. Do I build another turbine? Let's see. Massive wind turbine that can only be placed in shallow waters generates plenty of power. Okay, I don't think it can be placed. Oh, interesting. So I have ones that you can place like out here. That's pretty cool, actually. Because this doesn't have a lot of height. Actually, this is... Huh. I wonder. Let's see. Because I have a few options here. The wind turbines, I don't think there's a lot of places for me to put it. I could put it here. Or on this here, but that's too close to the city. So that's interesting to know. So this might force me to use other power situations, like other... Oh no. Oh no. What happened over there? Repair. Something happened over there. Weird. Another one. Low voltage. Huh. That's strange. I wonder... I guess this one got too... Oh. Well, you guys are starting to see the bad stuff happening. I wonder if it got overloaded. It's quite possible. Yeah, it looks like this one got overloaded. Huh. And this one's definitely seeming like it's getting overloaded too. Yeah. Huh. Weird. Alright. I see. Because there's also stuff down there getting, being built, and too many voltords in the system, exactly right. I'll have to take a look at that. I'm glad that the game paused when it did, because I'm like, what is going on? Why is this pulling in so much power right now? But I see, they totally opened up a town square that I wasn't aware of. That would definitely pull in a lot more power. But yeah, it's just, that's a lot. Okay, yeah, this one's like serving a big part of the city. I'm definitely gonna need another substation. And this one's starting to pull in more and more as this fills up. But if I build something here, that should help a lot to kind of take off the strain of these two, I think. So, cool. Well, this would be a great time for me to stop, actually. I should get ready for dinner and head out. But thank you so much, everyone, for all the new follows, for the subs. I really appreciate folks coming in and chatting and just asking about the game. I'm enjoying this. Maybe I will pick this up tomorrow and continue on. Of course. Otherwise, I might have some other games I might play this week. I have a few days this week, so hopefully you should see me again soon. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming on by. I'm sorry it wasn't a longer stream, but maybe I can do a longer one tomorrow. Maybe we can do a couple of games. We'll see how things go. But yeah, that's it for me. And yeah, I might consider raiding someone, so in case you're interested in that, stay tuned. But otherwise, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you all soon. Thanks again. Bye.